Hasn't the world changed? At least it seems like it has. What makes it seem that way? Have you looked at the news? Have you heard what we're doing? Bombing? Are responsible for bombing? It's pretty incredible. Huh. Who'd know? But if you actually study things for a moment and you look at it, we appear to be headed for war. And I'm against war. Having been a veteran of the Vietnam era and the son of a veteran who went to Vietnam twice himself and came home and brought that war home. It's not a good thing. So, I hope that we're going to stop this soon. This is ridiculous. And the problem is it ignites other battles because we are weaker than we've ever been as far as our weapons, our systems, and if you haven't noticed, our ability to resist an attack on our utilities, on our infrastructure, let alone the fires that are burning and the flooding that's coming from it, and all the other issues that are, by surface appearances, coincidental. But when you look at the number of ignition points on the fires in the forests, you look at the damage and the downwind sides of it, what it's burning, it's pretty serious. Not just here, Spain, France, and just as they're being invaded by all sorts of illegal but valuable help to rebuild it all, to reoccupy it, to repopulate it, you might say. Now, was this a plan? Is the plan beneficial to the locals, to any of these nations who are already populated? No, not necessarily. But to a bigger plan of having lots of employees and lots of people willing to work and lots of people willing to do the bidding of whoever puts the guns in their hands and gives them power and money, that's an opportunity very few chieftains, gang leaders, mafiosos would dare resist. I mean, it's just too good to be true. In fact, governments get involved in that kind of stuff where you can take an entire government's, say, oil supplies, trillions of dollars, and disappear it. What's that mean, disappear? It means it's unaccounted for. What happened to all the money from Venezuelan oil, for example, just as a wild example. Or a lot of the areas that are being burned off, what's going to replace them? Or the areas that were flooded, what's going to replace them? Opportunistic purchases of land that turns into mines. Or like as you see in the center of the country, Jeffrey Epstein house on land with Wexner that basically was bought out from underneath everybody with Gates and with these other few seemingly repeatedly apparent names for the destruction of our societies, local communities, and other things for the purposes of making money, data centers, corporate farms, and the such. Now, me being just a tiny house builder and a redeveloper of inner cities over the years, and having created one of the largest architectural antiques salvage mining businesses, and then salvage building tiny houses, and then showing how you could demonstrate putting that into small acreages and adding to it by adding ways of maybe growing things and having people live together in communities, and those communities being able to be somewhat self-sustainable and safe because you're not going to let in a lot of the threatening agents that cause people to want to wear masks and take vaccines and other such fearful reactions to things that can be solved naturally. So, the idea behind this is, if enough of us get together, join hands, join spirit, let's around the whole world, a community, people that believe in a God that is going to go ahead and create a good world, meaning no trafficking of humans, no slavery, no wars, that kind of thing. It's an idealistic perspective of what can happen when you take this light God gives us, this energy we call life inside of a body. We take that and we put it to use by transforming people's belief systems. At 71, I'm getting ready to go on the road to publish my books, to talk about this. I hope you'll follow along. Thank you. Brad Cattell. tiny Texas houses, and more.